Hi. Today we are going to talk about volume and real world and how to find the volume of L-shaped prisms. So first, let's go over a couple of formulas. So first we have the area of a rectangle, which we know is base times height, or you can say length times width. And we have this all in inches, so 4 and 4. So 4 times 4 is 16 squared. Right next to it, we have the area of a rectangle. So we can say base times height or length times width. And here I have 6 inches and 2 inches. So I would just times those, 6 times 2, and I get 12 inches squared. Next one we have is the triangle. So the area of a triangle we know is base times height times 1/2. So we have an example of 2 and 3 is the height. So we would take 2 times 3 times 1/2, or we could take 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. That'd be 3 inches squared, or remember the trick, we would take 2, divide it by 2 because it's even. We get 1, so 1 times 3 is 3 inches squared. And the last one was the trapezoid. So the area of a trapezoid, and my fingers just erased it. So we have the area of a trapezoid, you remember, is base 1 time plus base 2, and then all of that divided by 2, and then times height. So my base 1 here would be 10, and then plus 12, so 10 plus 12, and then that divided by 2, and then times 4 is our height. So I'd have 22 divided by 2, which is 11, and then times 4, I would get 44, and that says inches squared. So my finger erased it. So, okay, so that's area. So I'm going to put this up here to remind us about our formulas. And then we'll go over volumes. Remember again, the volumes of a prism. So first we have cube. So cube, remember a cube is like a dice, right? So a cube, all of them are the same. So the base, the height, and the width are all the same shape, just the same size, just like a dice. So here I have inches, so 4 inches. So I would take the formula base times height times length. So 4 times 4 times 4, and I get 64 inches. And since it's a cube, we say cubed. So 64 inches cubed, okay? And a rectangular prism. So same formula as a cube, right? But they would all have assumingly different numbers. Some might be the same. So on this example, I have my height is 2, my length is 3, and my base is 6. So base times height times length. So I have 2 times 3 times 6, and I get 36 inches cubed. Don't forget the cube. Got a label, 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 label. Then let's go triangular prism. Triangular prism. So same thing. Base times height times length, and then divided by 2, just like the area of our triangle. And divided by 2. Okay. So just like on the prisms. So triangular prism. So 5. So I have the base is 4, the height is 5, and then my length is 6. So 5 times 6 times 4 divided by 2. And remember the trick. Take any one of those numbers and divide it by 2, and then times them all. Or you can take those numbers and times them all first. So to me, I'd make it easy. So 5 times 6 is 30, and 30 times 4, or 3 times 4 is 12, add the 0 is 120, then divided by 2 would be 60. Or I did 30 times, what did I do there? 30 times, 4 divided by 2, or 30 times 2, which is 60 inches cubed. Okay, so that's how we could do that. And our last one would be a trapezoidal prism. Okay, and that would be 3. So remember the same formula. So base 1 plus base 2 and divided by 2, then times the height and times the length. Okay, no different than what we did with our area. Okay, no different. We just have to times it by the length. Okay, so we've got base 1 I have is 3. Yeah, 3. And base 2 is 5. Then take that, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then I have my height is 4. And then my length is 10. So it would be 4 times 4 times 10, so 16. So 16 times 10 is 160 inches cubed. Remember, cubed. Label, label, label. Okay? Okay. All right. So we'll put this up, and we've got our formulas. Hopefully you guys can see those. Yeah, perfect. All right. So now let's talk about how to find the volume of an L-shaped prism. Okay, what I mean by that is I have kind of an L-shaped prism here. All right, I gotta make it 3D. You know how great I am at making 3D figures when it's next to me. All right, that's not beautiful, but it's good enough. Okay, so I have a 3D figure, kind of looks like some steps you walk up. And well, we need to put some numbers there. We're gonna do everything in inches. Okay, so we'll do, how about this? Our height be 4 inches over here. How about this will be 4 here. How about this here? We'll make that 10. We'll make this another 4. We'll make this another 4. These are all in inches. Okay, those are the only numbers I'm gonna give you. All right, let's figure out the rest. Okay, so first we need this one, and obviously we need that one. Yeah, I know some of you are already like, I already know what it is. I know you do, because we've done this before. So let's go ahead and we'll create that imaginary line right there. Okay, then we can separate it into two different rectangular prisms, because we know how to find those. We know how to find them up there. Okay, so we're going to separate them into 2 different prisms. And then I'm going to go ahead and figure out what this number is, because I got to know what the length of that is. Okay, so we know that this is 4. This is 4 from here. So from here to here, it has to be, and I know your hands are up, and you know it, it's got to be 10 minus 4. I got to know the difference, so that is 6. That's 6 inches there. And we got to find this one over here. And if I were to separate this one, go this way, and we know that we have that one there. Oops, sorry about the glare. So that's 4 here. And we go over here, over there, and we know that's 4. So the total is gonna be 8. I know you guys knew that, so that would be 8, right? A really ugly looking 8, but 8 inches. Good enough. All right, so now we have our total sides. So now we need to figure out how much volume this L-shaped prism is. Okay, so we have the separated in half. I'm going to keep that line right there. We got to separate it. So I have, we'll make this number 1. Let me get another color. We'll make this one be number 1 over here, and we'll make this one be number 2 over here. Okay, so let's do 1 first. So, excuse me, the volume of 1, we know it's length times width times height, right? So from here to here, we have 6, and there's my height is 4, and then my width is 4. Okay, everybody see how I got that? So 6, 4, and 4. Okay, put those down there, multiply it together. So I have 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times 6 is 96 inches cubed. Forget inches cubed. Okay, inches cubed. Then I got to do the other one. So number 2, I have my height is 8, base is 4, and my width is 4. Okay, everybody see how I got that? So I have 8 here for the height. That's the base. Oh, look at that. I did it wrong. Look, I know you guys were like, Miss Ralph, that's wrong. You're right, it is wrong. I have to go this way, right? So that would be 4. I'm right. So 8, 4, and 4. I had it right. I was right. All right. So I have 8 times 4 is 32. And 32 times 4, you know, I can't do that in my head. I have 8 and 128. So I have 128 inches cubed. Am I done? No. What do I got to do? You're right. I got to add it up. So 96 plus 128. I get 4. Carry the 1, 10, 12. Carry the 1, 224 inches cubed. You see that? See how I got that? All right, and that's how we do kind of those decomposite shapes, those irregular prisms to find the volume of all those, okay? Why is this useful? Why do we need to know how to do this? Well, let's say you want to have fish, okay? You have a fish tank, and let's say you found this really cool looking fish tank, and you want to know how much water you need because you got to get the chemicals. Let's say you want cool saltwater fish, you got to make sure you got enough chemicals. So this is important. You need to know the volume of how much fits inside of there, okay? All right, real world stuff. All right. Okay, well, I'm gonna do one more example. If I can find my eraser, which I never can. So one more example, and then I'll let you guys do your Khan Academy and your exit ticket. So I have another kind of L-shaped figure. We're just gonna change the numbers of it. And I'm gonna say that this is now a 12, this is a 6, and this is a 6. And we'll say that this is a 10, and how about here is a 4. Remember, we're all in inches here, right? All in inches. So we need to get some numbers here that are missing. So I'm missing this one, and I'm missing that one, all right? So let's do this one here. So how do we get this one here? Let that go across. You see that this height here is already 4. So this is 4, and the total is 10. So we know that this one here has to be 6. Okay. And again with this one. Okay. So if this is 6, this is 12. So this up here has to be a 6. Okay. Now we need to go ahead and do 2 different cubes. We're going to do the same thing. Same thing.
Train.
I'm making a video, Eva. Okay, thank you. Kids, right? Kids. All right, so let's do, we'll get a different color, and we'll do number 1 prism and number 2. Get it. I'm cutting myself. All right, so we got number 1 and number 2. Okay, number 1 and number 2. So number 1, I have 6 times, that's my base, my height is 10, and then my width is 6. Okay, 6 times 10 times 6, I get 36 times 10 is 360, label it, inches cubed. Okay, number 2.
Snack, Mom?
Go on. Yep.
Snack.
Yeah, that's not a good snack. Go put it up. I can't believe she grabbed one of my chocolate covered strawberries. Go put it up. Go put it up. Seriously. All right. Then we have this cube. So I have my base is 6, my height is 4, and my base is 6. Okay. So 6 times 4 times 6, so 24 times 6. Yep. Not there. It's not there today. 4 carry 2, 144. So I have 144 inches cubed. Are we done? No. What we gotta do? That's right. Add them up. Add them up. So 360 plus 144. I get 4. 0. Carry the 1. 504 inches cubed. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Let me know. You guys should be good to go. Do your Khan Academy and then do your exit ticket. See ya.